Good morning once again, and welcome to Business Half Hour here on Classic FM 97.3, station that plays every song you know. Business Half Hour comes your way every Monday at 8 o'clock and runs all the way till 8:30. It is brought to you by Unity Bank with the support of Nairametrics. I am Ifeanyi Ossai. Our guest this morning is Ifeanyi Ossai, who's the founder and CEO of Cribmd. Good morning and welcome to Classic FM, Ifeanyi.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
Good. All right, let's start from the very top. Tell us, what exactly is Cribmd?
At Cribmd, we do doctor home visit and telemedicine. So using technology, we make it possible for everybody anywhere in Nigeria or 36 states to have access to quality, affordable care at the comfort and safety of their own home. So simply push a button and our doctor will be at your house to take care of you. That is Cribmd.
Oh, okay. What's the inspiration behind
it? So when I was a kid, my aunt died because she was not able to get medical care, right? And that was because, she could not see a doctor. And some of our investors, and in growing up, speaking to our friends that are both in the United States and in Nigeria, we discovered that this is something that has happened to a lot of people. Like, we just take it for granted. Oh, this is just normal, right? Like, it's just normalized, but it should not be. Right. Yeah. So this is why, I and my co-founders wanted to solve it for a lot of people. How the healthcare situation in Nigeria is like shooting in the United States, right? Like every other day or at least every week, you see like major shootings in American cities, right? And it's just seen as, people have come to accept it as normal, but that is not normal. And it's the same with healthcare in Nigeria.
Okay. Do you have a background in medicine? Tell us a bit about your educational background.
I went to school as an engineer. Then later I went to study business. Yes, I went to Pittsburgh and then later to Harvard and MIT. Right. So I was a director of research and development for Neotech, and during that time I also started building out a chain of clinics. First in the United States. I am my co-founder, Lorna Johnson. We've built and she's also built clinics for the last 20 years in the United States, spanning most of the state of California. I have also done the same, both in the United States and in Nigeria. So I have an extensive experience running healthcare facilities. My mom is a doctor, right? So So I have an extensive background in medicine, both running it and starting them and growing them.
How capital intensive is this business? How much money did you need to start it?
How much money did we need to start it? So we needed a few $100,000, obviously, to do what we needed to do to get it done the right way.
How did you get the funding for it?
How did we get the funding for it? Most of it we just took out from our clinic, right? To just get started. And then as we grew and we gained more traction, we just recently closed our $2.6 million seed round, led by Sputnik, Noskin, and The Guardian Nigeria.
Okay, does this exist as some app? How does one register to be a part of this and to use it?
It's simple. So go to your Android App Store or your Apple App Store, download the app and register. Or if you don't have those, just log on to your computer, www.cribmd.com, and sign up your family, your friend, and or your company, and have them start using, getting quality, affordable healthcare at the tip of their finger.
Is it affordable?
Correct. So our starting at 3,000 naira per month, you can get, unlimited quality care when and where you need it. And what's more, after we see you, we prescribe a medication and deliver it to your front door, right? So you really have no hassle. Imagine being in Lagos traffic, trying to go get care for yourself or your family. I have been stuck in Lagos traffic for upwards of 4 hours one way, right? Yeah. We remove that hassle for you. You don't need to go through that. You're already having, a health situation. Why compound it by waiting in traffic? let the doctor come to you. Let's come to you. Let's take care of you. And after we, see you, look into your health, our doctor physically examines you at the comfort and safety of your home. They are able to look around to see what is making you sick. What can they do to, to help come up with the treatment plan that will keep you not only well now, but happy and healthy for a very long time. And after that visitation, we prescribe a medication and deliver it to you through one of our, partners, GoCard, right, or their delivery services.
That's right. I'd also like to know how many doctors do you have, and are you partnering with hospitals here in Nigeria? What kind of association do you have with the doctors here?
So we have doctors on our platform that are contractors. Right now we have hundreds of them, that are active. We have access to a pool of over 5,000 doctors on the platform, right? So anywhere you are in the 36 states of Nigeria, from Lagos to Adamawa to Bayelsa, Anambra, FCT, you have access to doctors all over the country, in all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory.
How old is Cribmd?
We're just nearly 8 months old.
How old you say?
We're nearly 8 months old, right? So we're baby, but we've made major advancement in democratizing healthcare access in Nigeria.
Are you just in Nigeria, or is there an expansion, through West Africa, or where else in the world do you exist?
So we are running pilots in the United States, in Los Angeles. Eventually, we'll also be, going to Kigali in East Africa. And then, Kenya obviously is a good market. Ethiopia is a good market. We're getting a lot of people, telling us to come to Ghana. So yeah, so we will eventually be the ultimate healthcare platform for the African continent.
Yes, talking about being the ultimate healthcare platform for the African continent, who are your competitions in this space?
So our competition in this space is the only true competitor in my view that I consider is Hill or Roe. These are multi-billion-dollar healthcare companies in the United States that have raised hundreds of millions of dollars at $1 billion plus valuation. So they're already unicorns, right? So at any moment they can come to cannibalize the African health tech market. So these are the people that keep me up at night. Obviously, also, yeah, they could also be interesting partners. So, but yeah, so those are the people I consider true competitors in the market.
But how different are you from them, and what sets you apart?
So what sets us apart from a company like Roe or Hale, right? So at Cribmd, we have a culture of excellence, right? So that means when we come to see you, like we will not try to save a penny here, and we'll give you everything that is necessary to make you well, to get you healthy, and make you and your loved ones well. So that is what sets us apart. Our dedication, like our continued dedication to the well-being of our patients, right? That's what sets us apart. Because my aunt died because she wasn't able to get good quality care, right? And I don't want that for any other person. Every other company is just a giant corporation just trying to make money. At Cribmd, we're trying to make a difference and deliver excellence.
You mentioned the minimum registration fee of 3,000 naira. What does that cover, really?
So it covers, doctor home visit, telesessions, your prescription medications, like basic things you would need to be well, to be happy, to get going and back on your feet, right? Whenever you need it.
Clearly, you face some challenges operating here in Nigeria. Can you list some of the challenges that you're facing?
Obviously, doing tech in Nigeria, it's not as easy as doing tech in the United States, right? So you have to buy fuel for all your fuel offices every day. I think for me, serious issues, mostly with power and a lot of other things that in the United States or other parts of the world, these are guaranteed, but in Nigeria they're not. So as an entrepreneur, it becomes like you have to like try to not only build a company, but like if you build something in the United States, you're building on top of an existing infrastructure, right? But in Nigeria, you have to build that infrastructure. Like it's a lot harder. But I think it's also more rewarding. It's also more fun because you feel like you're truly conquering a challenge, like to make it, then like you've done something worthwhile. So it was a challenge, but it's like when you conquer that challenge, it's exhilarating because you've surmounted that odd, right? So nothing in life is easy, even in the United States, right? Nothing really is easy. So
all right. Adetayo says he's asking a question on the Zoom platform here. It says, do you offer health insurance?
So we do not do health insurance. What we do are health plans, right? So we're not seeking to be like your typical HMO. That is not what like our ultimate goal is. We do give you all the health benefits you need to get well and happy.
Okay, you will also have to consider the fact that this is technology driven, and in the rural areas who don't have this much technological penetration, how do you manage things there?
Okay, so one thing you can do right now, like, is you can just pick up a number and call our toll-free line. So it will not cost you anything. Like we pay for it through MTN, right? And then we can just you can just speak to a doctor through the you can just speak to us through the phone or to our doctors on the phone, without having a smartphone or a laptop. So you can just speak to us on a regular call, and we'll connect you to doctors, see you, or we'll dispatch a doctor to see you physically at the comfort and safety of your home in your village, right? So you do need a phone, that at the very least is able to make a call to be able to reach us there, because
there's another question. I think I asked this one earlier, but I think
yes, we already answered that one. Are you partnering with doctors or hospitals? So yeah, so we have a network of thousands of doctors throughout Nigeria we work with as contractors that consult on Cribmd.
All right, so we'll take a short break. When we come back on the other side, some more questions. If you have any questions for Ifeanyi Ossai, you can hit us up on WhatsApp at 0909-217-2973, or just post your question on the Zoom platform. We'll read it out. Be back in a moment. Ifeanyi Atala. We have Ifeanyi Ossai, who's the founder and CEO of Cribmd, on the other side of this Zoom call. Once again, it's good to have you, Ifeanyi. Hello.
Hey, fine. Back here.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I'm just thinking now, the name Cribmd, where did that come from?
So the name Cribmd, I guess I've spent too much time in the United States as it is. So your crib is your home, right? Yeah. So and obviously MD is medical doctor, so it's like just our way of saying home medical doctor.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. And we're talking about the backbone of any business, or the staff. How do you recruit your staff? And how much staff do you have?
Right now, last month we had like 38 staffs. We've obviously raised funding, so right now we are like 43 because we've added a few engineers over the last week or so to the staff. So we're getting close to 50 full-time staff, mostly engineers and support personnel and stuff like that. We need to get that makes Cribmd run. They are the heart of Cribmd. That's what makes us possible.
Okay, there's a question here that says that the doctors pay, and how do they make their money in your
platform? Come again?
Are the doctors paid? How do they make their money on your platform?
Of course, we are. Nigeria is a capitalist society, so they get paid per consultation. So they get paid per house call they do, like per home visit they do, or per telesession they deliver. Yeah. So if you're a doctor, and you are licensed, go to www.cribmd.com, sign up as a doctor to consult on our platform. After you sign up, we do verifications to make sure you have all the necessary license. Verifications take up to a week or two, but after you're approved, you can start consulting on the platform.
There's also another question here that says, with the doctors live in Nigeria so much, what kind of services can they offer online to people?
Come again?
The question here says, with doctors live in Nigeria in droves, what can they offer their services online to some of the patients?
The doctors that live in Nigeria.
No, saying that doctors are leaving Nigeria, for, should I say, greener pastures.
I see.
Can some of these services of these doctors, wherever it is that they are, be gotten online?
So right now you do have to be a Nigerian-based doctor to consult on our platform, because you do have to be licensed by the you have to be a licensed doctor by the Pharmaceutical and Dental Council of Nigeria to be able to consult on Cribmd. So you can we do not accept foreign doctors, except we are arranging for you to fly to like America or India for medical treatments, right? So in which case those doctors are licensed in their jurisdiction, but no, you cannot be a foreign doctor.
Okay. There's a question here that wants to know the thing gets the crib. It's crib, CRIBMD,
crib.com. Yes.
.com. So cribmd.com, and our WhatsApp number is 0909 217 2973. 0909 217 2973. Now, also I have to ask you, do you encounter challenges, with some of the doctors? Do you have any doctors who you've been at, should I say, crossroads or cross purposes with at some point? Have you ever encountered anything like that?
I think for the most part, like 99.9% of the time, the Nigerian medical school system does a really fine job with doctors, right? Like from when they come out, they have this professionalism about them. They have this Nigerian pride. They have this excellence, especially the ones that consult on our platform. And maybe that's just because we self-select. So we filter out the ones that are not Cribmd, right? Quality. But so we normally, we didn't have that problem. So we didn't have a lot of problems with them, or if any. The one issue I do remember we had with one doctor one time, he was a Christian doctor, right? And he was consulting in Kano, right? For a patient that is based in Kano. And the patient, happened to have, I believe, 2 eyes or something like that, right? So he went to the patient's home and they had like this, he was, arguing about the benefits of just one man and one wife sort of thing, but that wasn't like a doctor thing to do. So we suspended the doctor from the platform just because the patient made that complaint, right? So we didn't want that. Like, we want you to go treat the patient, not lecture them on their lifestyle.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We have a question here from our WhatsApp platform. It's a question of trust, and this person here says, please, how does one, check you guys to see if you're authentic?
How does one check to see if we are vetted?
Yeah, if you're authentic, if you're vetted, if you're authentic, if you're good to go, if it's not just one of those smoke screen thingy, flash in the pan thing.
We've been operating in Nigeria for a long time. Before Cribmd, we ran physical clinics and hospitals, right, for a number of years. So, and obviously our partners, The Guardian Nigeria, they're one of our biggest investors. They've been in media for years. They're an institution, right? They're a very good friend of ours. We know most of the people in this space, so and our doctors are licensed by the Dental and the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria. So I did not see that. I didn't know how to answer that. Most people that use Cribmd are referred by friends or family members. So if they didn't trust it, they wouldn't refer it. So yeah, so we have an enormous amount of trust and respect, for the clients we've served. We've been, doing this for a few months now, and both our investors in the United States and in Sweden and in Nigeria trust us. Our customers trust and love us. You can read reviews about us on Google Play Store, right? You can see many reviews there. Yeah, so
basically. All right. He or she also wants to know what your full name is. Okay. Ifeanyi Ossai. Ossai is S-A-I, and it's Crib, CRIBMD. And yes, that's what it is. All right. There's a question here from Ade. Ade says, what are the common requests Nigerians ask doctors, according to your platform, from the data from your platform? What are the major things that the Nigerians request for?
So I do see that there is a lot of question about sexual health, right? So I think because as a society, these are not things people discuss comfortably. And so there's a lot of, requests about, STDs, sexual health, stuff like that. There's also a lot of requests about infertility. So and the rest, hypertension is a really big deal. So a lot of our patients, we see them for that. Other requests, I cannot speak of because patients, doctor confidentiality and all that. But those are like the big general ones.
Okay. So what happens in a situation where you request a doctor and the doctor gets there, something that requires an ambulance or something? So
we get you an ambulance and they rush you to the hospital.
And that's covered under the registration fee of just 3,000 naira.
So we request an ambulance to take you to the hospital. So we give you the resource, like we mobilize the resources to get you there.
Okay, and this is all included in the registration fee.
No, for 3,000 naira. So the 3,000 naira gets you basic plan, like basic. You see telemedicine, doctor home visit, medication delivery. Yeah, so we'll mobilize an ambulance to take you to the hospital, right? But that is just to mobilize it, like get the service to you so you can be able to do that.
Okay, that's interesting. So what do you see the business in the next 10 years?
So where do we see the business in the next 10 years? So obviously, we are a unicorn. Well, like at that point, we're already a unicorn. We are already, a major health tech company for all the major African Anglophone countries. So that's where we see ourselves going in within the next 10 years.
Okay. That's interesting. There's another question here to say, okay, just in case, how does one download the app?
So to download Cribmd, go to your Google Play Store or your Apple or your iPhone store, right? Just type Cribmd or type telemedicine or doctor home visits will be one of the first apps to pop up, and then just download, or just go to our website, www.cribmd.com, and get on your way to better and your healthier, self.
How would you say your responses have been to your app? How much users do you have on here in Nigeria?
So we're just running a pilot in Los Angeles. Most of over 95% or more of our users are Nigerian based, right? So we get a lot of referrals. Like we have people that are referred, 10 people. Some, on average, we have like 10 people for each person that sign up. They're going to refer like 10 people to the platform, right? So the response have been really, really great, especially in urban areas. In terms of rural areas, because of obviously they have less technology, right? So it's more like uphill sort of thing compared to like cities where it's readily accepted. People are used to go-kada, people are used to pay stack and things like this. So it's in urban areas tech is understood, in rural areas not so much.
All right, there's another question here that says, please, I'm not clear on the 3,000 naira and what the 3,000 naira covers. I think we answered that question already, but for the benefit of this, can you please go through it again?
Yeah, so the 3,000 naira is our basic plan. It covers doctor home visits, so you can order a doctor and we'll send it to your home. It covers telemedicine, and we prescribe and deliver your medication for that fee, right? So that's what it covers a month, right?
Okay. Let's see. Why should I download the app? To know who they are? What are their profile online and on search engines? Okay. This is a question for you. It says, why should I download your app to know who you are? What are your profile? What is your profile online and on search engine?
What is our profile? Okay, so one, why should you download Cribmd? Yes. Well, you want to download Cribmd because, why? Okay, right now, most like starting from a few months ago, and as often happens in Nigeria, most of the doctors go on strike all the time, right? So why should you download an app that guarantees you quality healthcare when you need it the most, right? Why should you download an app that makes you skip 4 hours of Lagos traffic or any other traffic in Nigeria? Why should you download an app that gives you the confidence and comfort of knowing that you'll be taken care of when you're sick? Like, oh my God, why should you ever do that? Right? Because it's the right thing to do, because you want to take care of yourself and your family and you want to be well. That's why.
The COVID challenge is a big one. How do you navigate that?
So the COVID pandemic hit everywhere. It's been challenging to say the least globally, right? A few weeks ago, I was in Nigeria, and it's been quite challenging. We've tried to navigate it as much as possible. Obviously, a lot of people, a lot of things have become remote, right? Even this very interview we're doing remote, right? Because of COVID. So so COVID has been quite challenging. I think everybody has done their best to, comply with regulations, social distance, wear masks, wash hands. So we've all done the necessary bets to try as much as possible to survive and put COVID behind us.
All right. There's another question about the 3,000 naira. Everybody's surprised about the 3,000 naira. And the question is, how do you pay your doctors?
We pay them a percentage of that to do home visits and sessions.
Is that not too small, depending on how much subscribers you have, I guess?
Let's call that a proprietary business secrets.
All right. There's also another question to say, does the patient get to choose the doctor? Or
yes, you do.
Okay, you get to choose who you want to see.
Yes, you see the profiles of the doctors, you choose who you want.
But when the one that you've chosen is not available, what do? You have to go for the next best one, I guess.
So when you choose, when you try to book a doctor, so there is like an instant notification process. The doctor gets to see the confirmation. So say because almost always the doctor you choose will be available, right? Except you really literally you need the doctor right now, right? And you are in say Lucky phase 1, and the doctor you want is in Ikeja, right? It's going to take 2 hours or an hour for them to get to you. So they will say, no, pick a doctor that is close to you. So in that case, the platform would try to assign a doctor within like a 5-mile radius of you, right? But if it's not an emergency, then obviously whatever doctor you choose will always attend to you.
Thank you. All right, time is not our friend. We can go on and on and on, and the messages and questions keep coming in. They're pouring in here. Well, thank you very much, Ifeanyi Ossai, founder.
Yeah, and so like most of their questions can be answered by going to www.cribmd.com. You can check us out. You can check out our profile. You can check out the amazing things we've done in healthcare, who we are, who our co-founders are, who our investors are. All this good stuff can be found at www.cribmd.com, or just download our app and get started. So thank you for having me today, Ifeanyi.
Before I let you go, what's your should I say guiding light? What quote guides you when you wake up in the morning? What's that thing that's ringing in your head saying, "Go on, take the world"? What quote?
Build a product people love, right? Do something that matters. Steve Jobs said, do something that makes a dent in the universe, right? Change something. Don't just live like going every day, just through the motion. Do something meaningful, something impactful. Dedicate your life to higher purpose, right? So dedicating your life to higher purpose doesn't mean go be a pastor. That can also be it, right? But it also means choosing to be Dangote, solving energy crisis, solving building, solving like whatever it is, just deliver value to people. And if you deliver that value, people will love you, and obviously you get rich through it, right? So just solve problems people have, right? Make a difference.
All right, make a difference. That's the one we're taking. Thank you very much again, Ifeanyi Ossai, founder and CEO of Cribmd. Thanks for coming on Business Off Hour.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Have a great day ahead. That's all we can take this morning on Business Half Hour, brought to you by Unity Bank in partnership with Nairametrics. Don't forget, it comes your way every Monday at 8 o'clock and runs all the way till 8:30. I am Ifeanyi Ossai.